There is anything.
Oh.
All right, we are live. Hello, everybody, and there's something I would like to play for you guys. So, what did y'all think?
That
think it's
was
pretty cool.
amazing, but you misspelled my name.
God damn it! I'll fix it next time I make it.
It's super cool.
Yeah, it says Angela Arrega.
My bad.
Why don't you just put an O at the end of it and call it oregano?
Oregano.
Actually, my ex had a college professor that called him that.
Oregano.
Yes,
Why?
because Arrega is how he pronounced his name when he was dealing with non-Spanish speakers. And his professor decided that it was hilarious to just add the no.
Oh, sort of like I do with jalapeno and vagina.
God, let me do the introduction, Joe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Midnight Show. As always, we have the Midnight Crew. We have recurring guests. I'll start with the emotionally functioning idiot. We got Rotncorpse.
It's another day ending in Y.
The straight man and our insane little posse. How you doing, Angela?
I'm great, but shouldn't every day end with a Y?
No.
Technically, that's why it would be another day ending in Y.
Yeah.
See? And this is why she's the straight man.
Mhm. Well, if you're the straight man, you're the least valuable person in human society. Everyone hates you.
Ouch.
Hey,
Ouch.
I'm also a straight man, so I mean, I speak from experience.
All right. The resident booby inspector. How are you doing, James?
Great, wonderful, and just lovely.
There you go. Have you inspected any boobies lately?
No.
Damn.
That is the
Mhm.
correct answer, sir.
Besides its own, no.
And our reoccurring guest, Terry Diamantis. How you doing, Terry Bot?
A little tired, but otherwise good.
Yeah, that's great. As always, we'll start with a little bit of current events, and then we'll do the asshole stories that me and James have so wonderfully, painstakingly procured. I'm pretty sure James has some life advice stuff, right?
Yes, I do.
See, there you go. Life advice for the Midnight Crew. All right.
And I have as many Smogon articles as you want me to read.
No.
As many what?
It's just a Pokemon thing that no one would understand. Well, last time I said I didn't know I was meant to bring an article. So if you want me to read an article, I will read a Pokemon article, and no one will know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Oh,
I'll have a
boy.
vague idea.
No.
Let's start with the Pokemon article.
Current events, damn it.
Pokemon.
Current events of Pokemon. Let's
Current events. Let's.
All right, so I'm pretty sure you guys have already heard about the incident with the kid and the old guy and whatnot.
go.
No.
Yep, and I've also... You talking about the one where he went into the wrong house?
Yeah, but have you heard about the one where the little girl bounced a ball into the yard of
Yep.
yeah.
Heard that one. Also heard the one to where the man, as they would say on the AAA, went into a house and killed 3 people.
I didn't hear about that one.
And one I want to say was, I think, a 6-year-old girl.
Oh no!
I heard about that
moral
one.
of the story is don't be a kid.
Clearly. There was one it was also one where the girls accidentally got into the wrong car and the guy just started blasting. What's another fucked up one? Oh,
Okay. Are there any rules about not doing stories about kids?
no.
Oh.
Okay.
But
I think that's more of a monkey thing. He doesn't like the
Well,
stories. like that.
the general rule, James, is that we don't do kids in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pedophile.
James, if you want us to avoid kids, that doesn't bother me.
No, I mean, I was just curious. This is your show. You're the boss. That's why I was asking, because I found a story that's kind of...
He's the HNIC.
Head nigga in charge.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
For those that are not black in the audience, he explained.
What would you say, James?
I just found a story about a New Jersey mother and daughter that was 9 years. The daughter's 9 years old, and they were found axed to death in their home.
The fuck? Hey, Hellcat, but the fuck? Go
The
ahead.
fuck? Do you want me to read it or no?
Go ahead and read it.
A New Jersey mother, daughter, 9, found axed to death in their home. On Wednesday in their Rosario home, and jealous relatives may have been blamed, according to reports. Keisha Morrison, 45, and Kelsey Morrison were wrapped in sheets and stuffed under a bed, according to police. That morning, Kelsey didn't show up to school, and no one had heard from her mother. Keisha's husband and the girl's father, Gary Morrison, rushed to the home to check on them and found this devastating discovery. His sister, Altasha Scott, told NBC New York. I'm just going to say.
Human beings are fucked up creatures.
Huh?
I said human beings are really fucked up creatures.
Yep.
Gary's brother, who had been living in the basement, allegedly fled the home in Keisha's brand new BMW, which authorities tracked to Maryland. And Roy Morrison was arrested for allegedly stealing the car. Scott said Everoy was, and this is, I say Everoy because Evoroy, Every.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, black folk have some fucked up names.
Yeah, I'm so glad my mother decided on giving me a easier name.
A normal.
Yes. Reginald, would you blow me? It's not a common name here.
I think just name every black person Tyrone. It's easier.
No.
Or
Every black
Deshaun.
person is named Tyshawn.
Yeah, it's either Tyrone or Deshaun or Pookie.
Mhm.
Pookie. I fucking hate that name.
And there's Shaniqua.
That's the girls, yes.
Yeah.
The
There's
girls are
Shaniqua
Shaniqua, the boys are Tyrone.
and
You're either
Daquan.
Shaniqua, Mercedes, or Dejanay.
Yeah, whatever.
Can't forget.
Whatever.
You also
Ryan
can't
Blaine.
forget Lamangelo and Arangelo.
Oh, there you go.
No, dude.
And there's also Dewan and
Yeah.
Adawan.
And Hennessy.
If you name your kid, this is the 3 things you should never name your kid after. You should never name them after drinks, cars, or fucking sex acts. And don't ask.
What?
I think you, I think
No,
you
no,
should
no,
name-
no, 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 no. I
No.
gotta ask now.
I think you should name them after food and call them crackers.
Did
Just to
you
confuse
know
people.
a black person that has the name of a sex act?
Yeah, her name's Missionary.
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Seriously, her name is Missionary?
I don't stutter, James. Her name is Missionary.
Mhm.
So,
Now,
to
I do
rebel-
believe her parents are fairly religious.
I was gonna
Uh-huh.
say that was not named after a sex act. The sex act was named after the career.
Yeah, but I first think she was named after the sex act, the way she act.
Oh,
She's
so-
always on her back.
Oh.
Something tells me it's not always on her back. A lot of times it's on her knees.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
She's rebelling against the name, so she's got to be on her knees.
Well, whatever she is, her name's Missionary.
Mhm.
Anyhow, getting back to the story. Avery was recently told he had to move out of the home. I can't go into details exactly what occurred, but I can tell you that she was uncomfortable with him living in the home in the basement. She told a local news station. This guy was jealous of my brother and what he had. He wanted what he had. Kelsey would have turned 10 tomorrow.
How about
Sunday.
fellatio for a black woman's name?
Or cunnilingus.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Felicia is close enough.
No, I think Connie Lingus works because that can.
Yeah, but
you know,
that's
describe his real name.
that's more Korean than anything.
What's your name? My name is Connie. What's your last name? Lingus.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew a black woman named Work Bitch.
What?
Her name was Work Bitch. Work Bitch. It's literally
No.
Surprised we ain't seen what's called clitorisha.
no. So she's African, and it's spelled Work Bitch, but it's Work Bitch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny in chat was mentioning Ladasha, which is LA-A. Yeah, it's like LA-A, and it's pronounced Ladasha.
Ladasha.
Yeah.
Who in the fuck named that kid like that? That's worse than Missionary.
More than
It
one
is.
person, actually. My daughter went to
mean-
school with someone with that name.
Hey, why don't you just name the kid eBay? Little E.
That would be
eBay.
I mean, we've already had Absidy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Right.
my daughter also went to school with somebody with that name.
All right, so I'm waiting for Noxema Jackson. Just because.
I'm waiting for Letitia 6, 4327. Obviously, at some point they're gonna be like, you can't use that name, it's already taken, but we can do, Shaniqua _69.
Mm-hmm.
Bangarang riding. But James, that story is really fucked up.
Yeah.
Seriously, you're jealous of a friend of mine, a Jewish friend of mine. He was telling me that jealousy isn't a bad thing if directed well. Just because you're jealous or envious of something, it could inspire you to go get it, to better yourself. But this motherfucker was just violent. Like, dude, you could have had your own family. You could have kids and whatnot. You could have your own fucking house. You didn't need to take these people out. And to do that to a little kid, that's a special place in hell for him. But I'm not that religious, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's let's find something lighthearted and better. I need to find a palate cleanser because that one left a real bad taste in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, want to see? It's a video asshole. Want to see it?
Sure.
All right, let me pull this up.
Video of an asshole, or did you take
Well,
video of an asshole?
this isn't Pornhub, so I think tier is somewhat restricted in which asshole videos he's actually allowed to show.
Yes, I am, but it's video of this douche that really watching this shit. I wanted to hit him in the eye. Let me.
We haven't narrowed it down. There's a lot of videos on the internet that are like that.
Wait a minute. This one, you'll hear it and you'll see it and you'll get it. Hold on, I'm still new to this, folks, so don't kill me.
Share screen. Make sure you share audio.
Share screen. There it is. Tap share audio. Can y'all see it?
It's loading. Ah, there it is.
Yeah, I see it.
That
Oh, this guy looks like a
Dude.
douchebag.
He does. Can
Can't be
Make sure
busting
you
for
share
real.
audio.
y'all hear it?
They're irrelevant. They're irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
None
can
of
hear
them
it.
have followers. If they got followers or got rich, I'd probably talk to them again.
Hang on a minute. Did you just say I don't talk to my family because they don't have followers?
If they had followers, they'd be here right now.
You talk about your mother?
I mean, my mom has more followers than my sister.
It's your mother. Why do you care if she has followers or not? It's your mother.
Can anyone tell me like what I would talk to my mom about if she's not going to be making me relevant?
Oh wow.
I want to hit this little motherfucker in the face. Just
Okay, before you start back up, your mother made you relevant by not swallowing, dickhead.
I was
ooh,
gonna
that's
say,
across the bow.
please.
James, pull.
Bro, if we're
Yeah,
gonna go
no.
that, if we're gonna go with that one, we got to go with the old classic. The best part of you ran down your mother's thigh.
Yeah.
It's the first case where the baby died and the afterbirth lived.
Well, you know how they always say when you lose a sentence, it strengthens your other senses.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is, but this is why it shows he's such a he thinks so highly of himself and he's an asshole. I don't remember what the hell the actual thing was supposed to be. I'm not even trying
That's
to be
sort of
clever
like-
on that one.
All right, let's continue this one because Dr. Phil gets a good roast on him.
Yeah, like, hi, Mom.
Now I have a career and I'm famous. Like, that's what happens when you get famous. You cut people off.
Not your mother,
Everyone's upset
dickhead.
with it. Maybe because you guys aren't relevant either.
Wait, here comes the good part. Here comes the good part.
Maybe I'm just out of sync, I guess, because I didn't know you till today. And
That look on his face, that just wait, let me go back. That look,
Alright.
that was the blow to his ego. That was a massive shot. He
I
ain't
still
got
don't
no
know who
shot.
I mean, I don't talk to my
Oh man.
Yeah.
I hope
I don't even
he,
remember what Dr. Phil said to him. I'd have been like, well, just remember after this interview, the only relevance you're going to have is you got burned on national television and no one likes you.
I'm
yeah,
just-
Dr. Phil
There we go.
really put that little motherfucker in his place.
I'm just like, you wouldn't be around to have relevance if it wasn't for your mom.
Yeah, but what's she done for me lately?
I mean, too bad he wasn't an actual test tube baby, because then you could have said, like, Jesus, man, with like a whole team of scientists working on you and you still that fucking ugly?
Damn.
Oh,
Bangarang.
wow.
Like you a piece of shit. God damn. Yeah, but these little entitled motherfuckers are just popping up out the woodwork. Is there something in the water? like, has social media really did this? Yes. Why am I even asking this
Yeah.
question? I know the exact answer to it.
The bad part is that his mom probably thinks that he is like the bee's knees.
God's gift to existence.
Yes.
I think
Someone's got to
she
like the kid.
see some people. All right, I do believe his mother had a hand in his stupidity. You can't tell me she didn't have a hand in it. You know,
Of course she did.
you're special. You're
Oh,
You're
he's
the
special,
best.
all right.
Maybe mom's a narcissist.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the kid needed to be told no more as a child. And I think, the mother is partly to blame for not doing that.
Oh, there's quick little programming thing. Seeing as how there's a person that cannot be talked about on YouTube out of fear of reprisal, I'm going to say the word squirrel man.
What,
And
Jack
Robert-
Cochran?
Oh no, not Jack Cochran. No,
No, that other strong and courageous trans woman.
Very stunning and brave. Very stunning, very brave.
Yeah, when I hear someone complaining about squirrels, I automatically think of Jack.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not complaining about squirrels. I'm just gonna call that person that shall not be named a squirrel
No, fair enough.
because he acts fucking nutty.
Okay.
Was this stunning and brave squirrel recently featured on a beer can?
Yes, right.
Oh.
First squirrel to ever get on a beer can. Just amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't talk about that person?
Yeah.
I think you can, but it has to be, flattering. You can't take the Matt Walsh approach and be honest about this squirrel.
Yeah, because if you're honest about this particular squirrel,
There's Tommy Mommy.
Where's the dummy mommy?
Turn around. Oh, there's his hand.
Trying not to die right now.
Mm-hmm.
Show us dummy mommy.
What game is Rotten playing?
He's playing Resident Evil 8 Village.
Okay.
But this particular squirrel needs to go back in the
just walked
tree
past
for the
me.
winter.
Yeah, kind of on purpose.
But it's all good.
There she is.
My beer line is coming out soon. It's Snigger beer. Makes you want to run away from home. Leave your kids.
It's in
Samuel
your blood.
Jackson.
You've got a natural
Bitch.
It's good fucking beer.
You'll be fucking fat bitches in no time.
You might even fight a nigga or two.
Wow.
Did you see my
That's the
meme?
actual skit.
Yes, it is. What would you say, James?
Did you see my picture?
So a man walks into a bar with a monkey. I forget the rest of the joke because your mom's a whore.
Wise words. Wise words.
Very wise words. Sean Connery is a genius. God
Yes,
rest
he
his
is.
soul.
Clearly.
Exactly. He's still alive, isn't he?
No, he's dead. He died.
No.
What?
Yeah, Sean
No.
Connery died a while ago.
I don't think so.
Sir Sean Connery is gone.
31st of October 2020.
Oh,
Yeah.
he did. I forgot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he did in the COVID thing. He died in the coup.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's been a few years now.
Yeah.
You
We
gotta show
lost
him the
Sir
dummy
Sean.
mommy.
Again, we lost Sir Sean a long time ago. Sad, isn't it?
Believe the
First,
answer is
Stacy
rock.
Keach is alive. Now
Just
Sean
so they know
Connery's
Alexis.
dead.
What you got to get Stacey Keach?
What?
What you got to get Stacey Keach?
I just thought he had died.
Oh, about to say, don't kill. I'm pissed off. Betty White died. Like,
Everybody's pissed off that Betty
Bro,
White
I'm still
died.
thinking that was like a Macho Man Randy Savage moment. You know, we lost Macho Man to spare us the rapture, and then we lost Betty White to spare us the next rapture.
all right, okay, I'll accept that. She died for my sins.
That is the only way I'm gonna go with it, because like that, or it was the battle of the wills. Because notice within what was it, 2 years of Betty White dying, the fucking Queen keel's over.
Yeah.
Wasn't Betty White like just before her 100th birthday or something?
Yeah, like she
Yes.
was maybe a week or two away from her 100th birthday.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she died for our sins.
Oh,
So that just means you'd better start sinning, because otherwise she died for nothing.
No, I'm gonna be on the straight and narrow. Betty White died for my sins. I'm gonna take this second chance. Live right. That means I can't call you a dirty, abo-loving son of a bitch. Oh, wait a minute, did I say that out loud?
yes, you did.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry. Everybody knows that no one likes the Abbas.
So he just hate fucks them.
Yeah.
Hey man, sometimes you just gotta rock out a good hate fuck.
James, I can't with you.
I think the official term is buck breaking, but same thing.
I can't with you some days, James. I really do. I tried. I can't.
What a coincidence. Angela says the same thing. You know, there are two groups of people that listen to me and talk to me and interact with me. The first group likes me as a person and just wonders what the next damn thing I'm going to say is. Then there's a group that doesn't really like me, but they want to hear the next damn thing that falls out of my face.
I'm somewhere in the middle.
And I'm in the middle on that too, because to be honest with you,
He never knows what he's going to say either.
I wait to see what's going to fall out of my face, because I want to be just as surprised as the rest of you fuckers.
Again, James, it's always I can't with you some days. I can't.
And I mean you fuckers in the most Christian way possible.
Yeah, whatever. All right, you know what time it is. Time to check, see if these people are assholes.
Yes, they are.
Always. James, is the James Colley scale of assholery ready?
Yes, it is.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Just remember, 5 out of 4 people cannot do fractions.
That's true.
All right, our first one is: am I the asshole for giving my employee an ultimatum between getting fired or shutting up?
Yeah.
No.
Depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Depends if they deserved it.
All right.
Is the employee female?
Damn.
Oh,
ask James asking the right questions.
That is a very relevant question.
And I'll tell you why. Before we get started, because there's a time that you can over-explain and just keep running in circles, and eventually, as a supervisor, you're going to. It's like, okay, you need to be quiet now, or we're upgrading this write-up to the next level, and I'm going to add insubordination to it. And instead of a 3-day suspension, we can just flat out fire you. So you can either be quiet and listen to the instruction I'm about to give you, or be fired. Your choice.
I think it should just be, we have a message that we'd like you to listen to. It's from a man named Filthy Frank. And then,
stop.
And then just play the Shut the Fuck Up song.
I don't know, man. Sounds pretty gay.
All right, let me start. All right. I, 29 male, manage a team of one of 3 teams of 5 people, all working under one director. I am a new hire, also first time managing a team like this ever. And there's another member of my team, 34, female, who's a bit of a loudmouth.
Well, James, you were right.
I was going to say, James, it's almost like you read this article.
No, I didn't read the article.
That's why I said almost.
She doesn't seem to care about speaking her mind to me or her other coworkers, which I am not particularly okay with, but she does her work and nobody seems to have that much of a problem with it. One thing I do not and cannot stand is when she talks rudely to the director, my fucking boss. I understand some things he asks us to do are not fair. Sometimes there's just too much fucking work. He's gotten upset with the group too, but it's just not okay. The director's pretty laissez-faire with his management approach. So even when he assigns a buttload of work, if we don't seem to finish most of it, other than a bit of passive-aggressive remarks, he gives us extensions. I told her plenty of times she doesn't need to speak up when these things happen. It is my place to decide if something needs to be said about too much work and something like that. But she always does it anyway. Excuse me. She must have been having a really bad week because we had another conference and Boss Man was being a bit passive aggressive. So she decided to do it back to him. It was really uncomfortable call, and to make a long story short, she basically summed up. Excuse me. Summed up that he was lazy and inconsiderate asshole. Not exact words, but pretty much that. I honestly get it. I do. He's a bit of a dick, but at the end of the day, he's the fucking boss. And is my boss. Her actions directly reflect on me, her manager. I told her she needs to stop. She said that she was doing my job by telling him that enough is enough. I should make those decisions, and I have. There has been plenty of times where I put my foot down and said just too much. I told her she needs to either shut up or just talk to me about it, or she needs to rethink her future with the company. She's talked about it with her coworkers, and I can tell they're a bit upset with me because they feel like I'm siding with him rather than them. I just need them to understand I can't have them talking to our boss like that. It's just not right. I need the job. I need this job too, just like them. Am I the asshole?
No.
Nope.
I want to know who the hell they think they are that they spout off at work like that.
They're a woman.
First off, this guy needs to reinforce the idea that there is a chain of command.
Yes.
And their option is limited. And if she wants to have a conversation with his boss, and once he's had enough of them, of this particular employee, he needs to go to his boss directly and say, hey, look, here's what's fixing to happen. Keisha over here decides that she's had enough and she thinks she knows more than you do, than I do, and she wants to have a meeting with you. I would like to be present for this meeting, but just give you a heads up, this is what's going on. She doesn't think she can do the work. She's been talked to multiple times. Here's what's going on. So if you want to have that meeting with her, I'll let her know when, and we can go from there.
All right, so I'm not going to say I haven't mouthed off to one of my bosses. but I don't do it, and I don't do it constantly. And when I do mouth off to my bosses, it's my direct supervisors, and I'm usually playing because we have those type. I've been with them for 15 years. I'm pretty sure we build up that type of relationship. They tell me to do something. Oh man, why I gotta do this? As I'm going to go do it.
Well, there's a big difference between it's like doing the quote. I'm doing the quotations with my one hand, anyways. Of the bitching and moaning while you're doing something. Most employers aren't going to have too much of a problem with that. The other biggest thing a lot of people don't tend to realize is the whole thing of playing the game, and that's understanding that there are certain people you can say certain things to, and others it's just not worth it because it's going to cause more misery. If you're going to go and wanting to spite them, the next best thing you can actually do is malicious compliance.
Yeah, I hate malicious compliance.
I have a love-hate for it.
I think malicious compliance is a good way to deal with things.
Fuck you, bitch.
No, like if you,
I'm shooting someone.
If you deliberately do what they say and not what you know they wanted you to do, I think that's a pretty passive-aggressive way of dealing with it. But if that's your only option, I think it can work.
All right, so I've done malicious compliance before. At my job, there was a particular procedure that a particular manager wanted done particularly. Being one of the senior people in the area, we all collectively told him that this would not work. He wanted to do it the way he wanted to do it. And we all went, okay, but when it blows up in our faces, we're pointing the finger at you, which we knew it would. He ain't try that shit again.
Yeah, but like if they come up with like some ridiculous rule that is going to have like a severe impact on productivity, you follow the rule. And when they say, why isn't any working? Well, I mean, they're just doing what you said, boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the procedure he wanted done would take extra time that we didn't have and would extend lines further than during a holiday season. But he wanted it done. Okay.
Yeah.
But this woman that, like, you don't mouth off at the boss or the boss's boss. Unless y'all have, again, if you have that type of relationship with your boss, you could do that. Then you can do that. Who am I to say, you can't say what you can say to your boss. I say what I say to mine.
Yeah. You want to talk about malicious compliance? You're talking to someone who was told to dump radioactive containers into a trash can.
Oh, Lord.
I'll
be right back. I need to get something to drink.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you can't do that.
Entertain yourself, baby.
And everybody knows you can't do that. Any normal, sane person.
Nah, man, I read watching the movie. You can totally water your lawn with motor oil.
Yeah. But anywho,
you're supposed to use an energy drink to water your lawn.
Because my
it's
boss.
not what plants crave.
Brondo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what plants crave.
Exactly.
But anywho, my boss is a moron. So I did what he wanted. 2 months later, we're having training about how to handle things in the lab. And the whole time, the boss is looking at me.
Well, that's like, it's one of those things I've done to where he sometimes just have to let a person fail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's to the point where I'm at with this company.
I thought you got fired.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. But I get fired Tuesday.
We want James Colley Firewatch.
Yes.
We want to take
Burn, baby, burn.
There's a good chance that I'm getting fired Tuesday.
God damn it, James.
But on the upside, I'll have more time to stream.
Yeah, that works too.
I've never officially been fired.
You never had a job.
There was one time where I was told, it's Christmas break. We'll call you when it's time to come back to work. And apparently Christmas break has lasted for about 20 years. But I was never fired. I'm just still on Christmas break.
Yeah.
That's the longest
Merry
Christmas break
Christmas.
ever.
Yeah, Merry
Question
Christmas.
is, if they called you back, would you
No,
go?
they never called back. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's
No,
been
he's
about 20
saying
years.
if they did now, would you go back?
Oh God, no.
Like, it should turn down message. We forgot we put you on Christmas break 20 years ago. Come on in.
So you still know how to run this, right?
All it was calling people on the phone and doing surveys. So yes, I do still know how to operate a phone.
We're a phone tech company now, so
you should fuck with them if they were to call back. Be like, do you still know how to do this job? Be like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna need like 6 months of training.
You know what? They'll call and say, "Oh, well, you used to do surveys. We're a phone tech company now." So,
They're like, I've been working for I don't know if this is gonna work. Like you said, I've been working for a phone sex company. So it's like they start. You're like, what are you wearing? Got that red lipstick on?
Click.
With that one exception, all my other jobs I've left, or I've been made redundant, which isn't really getting fired. That's
I've been fired at least 3 times. Yeah, I got fired from McDonald's. I quit Wendy's. I got fired from Brookstone, and I got fired from Tesco.
I was made redundant, but I think they were still glad to be rid of me because a bank bought the company and they wanted everyone to open an account with the bank that just bought the company. And I'm like, here's the new employment contract, and I just refused to sign it. I just like, I don't want an account with this bank. 2, you're making me work an extra half hour for no extra pay. The benefits don't apply to me because you had to have under 20 days of annual leave to qualify for the bonus stuff. It's like I've got about I think it was like 20 weeks, not 20 days of annual leave accrued. So I'm never going to get to use that. It's like, no, this is a terrible contract. I'm not signing it. They're like, okay, well, we can't force you to sign it. But 3 months later, round of redundancies, my name is brought up. I don't think that's a coincidence.
Coincidence? I think not.
No, probably.
Yeah, it's like when your supervisor asks you where you're going on vacation, and you tell them Colorado.
Yeah.
And after your 2 weeks vacation is up, you get randomly selected for a drug test.
Actually, I am one of the few exceptions to that rule. When I was still in the military, still stationed in Clovis, I got a buddy who lives in Colorado, and I said flat out, I'm going to visit a friend in Colorado, expecting to come back to the random drug test. And yeah, I didn't get a random drug test.
Yeah.
Well, I knew I was going to get made redundant when they said, you've got too much leave, take 2 weeks off. And I'm like, yeah, sure. This is just par for the course. I get back and they're like, you know what? Take another week. And I'm like, okay, I know where this is going.
They're trying to get they're trying to get rid of you.
Pull the whole thing. Like, how about I just use all my vacation? Then after my vacation's done, I'm done.
Well, that's more or less what it was. Is like the amount they had to pay me would have been more if they had to pay out my annual leave. So they're just like, let's get him to use all his leave, which they still have to pay for, but it shows up differently in accounting.
Yeah.
And like, I don't care. Like, either way, I'm getting paid not to work, so it doesn't matter whether it's official leave or redundancy pay.
Yeah.
So I just said, yeah, all right, I'll take another week off, and then I come back and it's like, okay, yeah, you're being made redundant. It's like, yeah, I kind of knew that.
That's
That's
some
when I'm just
bullshit,
like,
though.
big surprise.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I've been fired. Oh lordy.
But no, not fired, because there was no like performance issues or anything. There was like nothing that I had done that they could fire me for. But it's just like, we're restructuring the company and your job no longer exists, kind of thing.
Yeah. They made him irrelevant just through paperwork.
Yeah.
So
Like, if they'd fired me, they would have had to give me like 2 weeks severance pay instead of like 3 months severance pay. Which is what I got for being made redundant. I got like 50 grand out of it.
Oh, nice.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's in fairy currency.
Yeah,
So like $30 in America.
Yeah, but that's still using that currency.
that's
in
what
that
we
area.
spend here. Like, our
I mean,
prices
it's
are
not like we
imaginary money
having,
too.
a couple hundred
okay.
yen in Japan. It's a couple hundred Japanese yen, but I can't spend it because I'm in America and no place takes yen.
That's like what, $4? 100 yen is like what, $4 in American money?
Something like
No, 100 yen is about, at least last it was about equivalent to a penny.
Oh, okay.
See?
Yeah. Basically for yen, at least the general rule when I was over in Okinawa in Japan was whatever it was, take the last 2 zeros off of it that are on the right, and that's usually about what it is in American.
Fair enough.
I can go to Japan and live like a king.
That all depends on what the thing is, because like it'd be roughly like 100. Like I think I saw at the lowest was like 98 yen. Technically was $1. Otherwise, it was like 104 yen. I don't know. I just loved going and doing the crane. Or I shouldn't say crane. Well, basically crane games.
Not going to the arcade.
Oh, dude, the arcade was so fun. I didn't even care about playing the games in the arcade. I just went to win prizes. I have a shit ton of like plushies, fucking figures. I think I won like 4 different pair of Bluetooth headphones, a Bluetooth speaker.
Have you
God
played
damn.
the Yakuza games, Rotten?
Hmm?
Have you played the Yakuza games?
No, I should at some point.
They're
You
fun.
should, because there's look, obviously it's set in Japan, and
Yeah.
a lot of what I've learned of Japanese culture I've learned from these games, and have later found out is actually like somewhat accurate. So it's pretty cool. I think someone who's been there might enjoy, seeing how much it compares to the reality of Japanese society.
I don't know. They do a lot of fighting and
Okay,
yeah.
that bit's not realistic, but things like the there's the I forget what they're
The
called,
ball
but,
game.
but like there's this essentially phone sex thing, and apparently like it's like you call them up and like just flirt with each other, and like if you're really good at it, you meet up in person. And apparently that's like not entirely fictional, like I thought it would be.
Oh Lord.
So it's like some weird ass Tinder.
Well,
Kind of.
I
Except for-
guess it's really
I don't-
weird.
Yeah, on that one, I wouldn't have a clue because, like, I was pretty introverted, so I stayed at home most of the time.
Fair enough.
Like, I would,
Let me show you.
I would do like the once a month. I would try to go to the arcade. I'd bring like
But yeah,
damn near $100.
those crane games are a big part. Well, not a big part, but they're present in the Yakuza series. Like you can go to an arcade and play the crane game. In fact, they actually included that.
Nice.
Okay, let me give you an example on how to flirt.
And
Oh Lord.
well, going back to the crane game for just a second. Actually, the best way if you were going to be doing the crane games was to go there. Like if you were a dude, would be to talk to a female coworker or something, and being like, "Look, I'll buy you lunch. I'm trying to win X, Y, or Z. If you want, I can try to win you something. But if you have her there with you, if they have to go reset up the crane, because they'll do that occasionally to make it a little bit easier to win, they'll make it easier to win if you have a woman with you.
Yeah, nice.
Because they think you're trying to win it for her.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What is the Japanese word? Sosimina? So it's basically saying I'm sorry. Uh,
James about to
so,
give us some life advice.
oh yes, on how to flirt.
I don't think I ever learned how to say I'm sorry. I just learned, it's like arigato and sumimasen.
Yes, that's the one.
Well, sumimasen is excuse me.
It's
Instead
similar
of,
to
instead
that
of learning that, you
phonetics.
should learn how to say move pitch, get out of my way.
Whoa,
Oh,
bitch,
you,
got
You didn't,
you just
honestly,
played the song.
honestly, you really didn't need to for that one because of just, in all reality, how polite they were, the Japanese people were as well.
I've heard that.
Like,
Okay.
they need to be Americanized. They need to be, go to New York for like 20 minutes.
Here's some flirting advice. Are you ready? Angela, are you there?
I'm here.
How are you today, sweetie?
I'm okay, but you're creeping me out.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how creeped out are you?
12.
Yeah.
Jack said the same thing. He said, don't ever do that again. He hates my ASMR voice.
I think most people
Oh,
would.
Lord.
No offense, but I don't see that being a popular voice.
No. It's
If you're going to do ASMR, James, you need to get a pair of tits.
That is true.
yeah.
And you
Just
gotta,
saying.
you gotta lick a fake ear of a microphone.
Also,
Ew.
Yeah.
But I have one of them
Just
sexy
some
southern
gag.
voices.
It,
But,
it's funny because like the non-sexual ASMR actually can be kind of relaxing. It's just hard to find on the internet because everyone goes like the easy sex appeal route rather than try and do any actual effort.
Okay. Now I'm
Yeah.
going to use my ASMR voice, and I'm not going to say anything sexual. Tell me how it plays.
Good.
Are you ready?
As
Ready.
I'll ever be.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. I'm going to create a new band for this.
Okay. In the distance, there is a mountain range. Snow covered.
See, this is why I maintain that only women should ever do ASMR.
Exactly.
Actually, I could totally listen to James read like a spooky novel in that voice. It would be amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
You're just
it's
waiting for
funny
him
that
to call out your name in his lusty voice. That's all you're waiting for.
Yeah.
No,
it's
okay.
funny that you mentioned reading because I happen to have a Slate article here.
There you go. Go ahead. Wait a minute. Let's get back.
Somehow don't think that's the same as a horror story, but it
Oh,
could
it
be.
is
It is late.
Yeah, it's a pretty horrible story.
Never
So,
know.
here we go. My husband refuses to admit my cat
No.
is just as important as any child,
What?
such as his.
Huh?
What?
My cat is just as important as any child, such as his.
No.
All right. I'm going to say this as a cat owner,
That's
I
a big
love my
negative
cat.
Ghost Rider.
but it's if I have to choose between saving a child and saving a cat, I'm picking the kid. Like I love. Don't get me wrong. Love my cat.
I'm hearing a lot of species phobia right now, and it's kind of triggering.
Oh,
But you're
Yeah,
a foot.
'cause
What
this
the
is
hell do
just-
you care?
okay, here we go.
Look, Terry, by us killing the cat in that scenario, the cat can't eat the foot, so you should be
That's
thanking us.
fair. And you're also helping the Chinese community.
Exactly.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh,
I
wow.
got, okay, here we go. I got married 2 years ago to a wonderful man, but he hates my cat, and I'm not sure what to do. He's allergic, but refuses to take allergy medication because he doesn't want to taking pills. Dating me, knowing that I had a cat, actually 2 thin, he often lets the cat out, ignores him to the point where the cat is terrified by him. He runs out of any room my husband walks through. and complains about him weekly. I'm upset because my husband is so indifferent to this cat that I love very much. My the cat is very affectionate. And I've always been a pet person. My husband has 3 adult children and I have none. But when I try to explain that my pets are my family, he gets upset and says, I cannot compare pets to children.
You cannot.
No, you can't.
I often ask if he would be okay if I was so indifferent towards his kids, but he gets very upset.
No! Because you are a crazy bitch who doesn't know the difference between a cat and a kid.
All right, so I bet you she's that type. If this was a dog, she'd put the dog in a little carrier and a little stroller, and I'm walking my baby. I'm a dog mom.
You know what it is? She's taking the phrase "fur baby" far too literally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyhow, he suggests that I keep the cats
She sounds like
in
a
separate
woman.
rooms that he goes into, but the home is mine pre-marriage.
Let's say she sounds like a woman I used to know that said that she wished if she ever got pregnant that instead of having a child, she could just give birth to puppies.
Oh dear God!
Now she did not say that she wanted to have sex with a dog. Thankfully, at least
you know that's
say
what
it
she
out
really
loud.
wants.
I don't know, and I don't want to know, Terry. I try to black that moment out in my life.
Wait a minute.
Is it a white?
And what's really funny is like when we heard that, one of the other guys that was around, he's just like, he waits till Sheila usually he's just like he kind of turns, does that like lean over his desk, like that bitch just say she wanted to have puppies.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just like,
let's just get it
okay,
out of
we
the
all
way.
heard it.
Is this a white woman?
Yes.
She's a furry.
She wants to fuck the dog.
She's either a proto furry, or she's just into bestiality.
Mm.
Put it on the dog where the dog licked you.
No, like I said, if she's a white woman, then yeah, she wants to fuck the dog.
Okay. I'm frustrated and not sure what to do. He loved this cat as a kitten, but I've gotten him on a very expensive allergy-free cat food, which seems to be working, and I really love my cat. I love my husband, but I feel very frustrated because he makes me feel like I have to choose between him and my cat. Do you have any advice?
Yeah, who's paying the bills?
That's the important question.
Well, she did say that it's her house.
Which in
itself is a big red flag for me because you're married. My house shouldn't be a thing.
Our house.
But
our house in the middle of
here you go. You get
if she owns the house, she gets to make the rules. And if she insists on having the cat, then she's fine to say, "Look, piss off, husband. We're getting a divorce." I think it's the most ridiculous reason to get a divorce possible. But I mean, it is her right if it's her house.
That's just it, though. It doesn't sound like she's saying she wants a divorce. It's just that she wants to bitch that he doesn't see that her cat is a person. And I'm just like, your cat isn't a person.
She just pissed that he doesn't like cats because he's allergic. And she just, you take your medicine, you would love the cat. Well, what if the medicine has side effects he doesn't like dealing with?
I think that's just too bad.
As a person who married a crazy cat lady, I'm going to tell you straight up. When I married this woman, she had 12 cats when we started dating.
Many cats.
She had 12 and got 2 more before we got engaged.
No, fuck's sake.
Okay? 14 fucking cats. But between the time we got married or got engaged and the time we got married, I made her go down to 9.
Well, I mean, I think like 2 is an appropriate number of cats. Like 3 maybe, but No, more than that is crazy.
She had 4 automatic kitty litter boxes. 4 of those motherfuckers.
I'm gonna come right out and say this, James. No, I bet you your ex-wife is somewhere right now smelling like cat piss.
Probably.
Oh no, she quit that, and now she has 2 cats and 2 dogs. And the house is still a fucking wreck.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she still reeks of cat piss.
No, 3 dogs, excuse me.
Like it's permanently infused onto her skin. She can never get the smell of cat. It's like, you know how skunk, you get sprayed by skunk, but you gotta take a tomato bath, tomato soup
bath.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
I redid the floor in that house.
Mm-hmm.
I took up the carpeting that smelled like cat piss. The old rubber mat and all that exposed to hardwood floor. I scrubbed and I bleached that motherfucker 3 fucking times to get out all the odor, get it cleaned up to where all the boards looked somewhat close to normal.
Mm-hmm.
3 fucking bleachings. And then I sanded.
Yeah.
This is why hashtag Forever Alone is the winning strategy.
Yeah. I put 10 coats of fucking lacquer on that floor. 8 months after I left the house, you can't tell I did a fucking thing to it.
Oh, that reminds me of something I seen that I really wanted to talk about. Did y'all hear about I believe it was in Florida, where the squatters broke into this woman's house, claimed they had a leasing agreement, and that they were technically tenants of the house. The woman gets to court, they give them the 30-day notice. They leave, mind you, but they go through the house and they literally destroyed the house.
Oh, dude, that's common for a lot of those stories.
Yeah, no,
it's really fucking sad. That's why, like, I hate squatters' rights with a passion.
Why do they have any rights? Like,
it was understandable back in the day when there was a lot of undeveloped land, and someone they didn't know if anyone owned it, so they would just settle somewhere. This whole shit of like, oh well, since I have bills, I have the right to live here is completely fucking bullshit.
Well, they didn't even have bills. They forged the leasing agreement. Like her name wasn't on it. It didn't list her the owner, and they weren't paying her rent. They weren't tenants. They were illegal. They were vagabonds illegally trespassing in her property. The court made her. The police made her go through the proper channels to get them evicted. But my issue with that one is they aren't tenants.
Yeah.
They are literally they broke into my home my property that I owned, and are literally sleeping in my house that I could be using to it's not that I don't feel bad. Like, I understand landlords and I understand why they do that thing, and I understand that some tenants not every tenant is a bad tenant.
No, I have no problem with landlords. I live in a fucking apartment, for fuck's sake.
I mean, I could have been a landlord, but I decided to sell rather than rent because I didn't want the headache of dealing with tenants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I really do. Because sometimes it is a headache. But you got those asshole tenants who think, oh well, because you can't charge me rent. That I like doing that whole COVID shit in America when they had a moratorium on rent. That was fucking retarded and unfair to the landlords who need that money.
That was the fucking governor's fault as well, because that's a whole heap of other shit of like states shouldn't have been shut down for all of that shit. The whole being like, oh, only essential workers. Nah, fam, like you should have people out there earning a fucking living.
Agreed. But but to extend that shit, oh well, we gotta think about. But what were you doing with your money before that? Like your stimulus check, like you couldn't give some of that to your landlord. I'm not saying give all of it, just give some. Like here's I got 1,200. Here's 3. Fuck, here's 2. Like it's something toward the rent because of the situation. And I'm pretty sure most landlords would have been happy to get something, but you fucking
I still think the ones who they had the issues with weren't the people that were doing that. I'm pretty sure there were people that were still going through and paying their rent. They're talking about the ones that are like, "Why I gotta go pay rent for?"
Yeah, no. Yeah. I think the people that like when there was like the moratorium and they couldn't charge rent or whatever.
Yeah.
I think if you had any sense, you still paid the rent because otherwise, the second the moratorium ends, you are getting your ass kicked out of the building.
Yes, you are getting the boot.
Yes, you should be evicted.
Like if I had tenants and they were like, you know what, we don't have to pay rent, so fuck you. It's like, well, guess who's going to be kicked out the second I'm legally allowed to?
You can't kick us out. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I can. My fucking house.
And the funny part is in that scenario as well, you could also give them the 30-day notice. And if they said, oh, we're just going to destroy the place, well, then you could actually go through and do legal proceedings to sue them for breaking the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That was another one in the same vein. This woman was hosting as an Airbnb, and this bitch just wouldn't leave.
Yeah, I think that one was in California because squatters' rights in California are so fucking stupid. Like even here in Michigan where I live, there's a lot of tomfuckery for like actually evicting a person.
But it shouldn't.
It shouldn't be.
In Maryland, I believe if you stayed there for more than a week, you are technically considered a tenant.
Usually in most places, it's not staying there for a week. It's you usually have to have a bill. Like you have to be paying some sort of bill or not really a bill, but getting mail there.
Like I say, I believe it's at least for Maryland, 7 days. If you're here for 7 days, you are technically a tenant, and I have to go through the legal process of evicting you. Excuse me. But for that Airbnb shit, like you're living in her house, staying in her house, and you're just a bitch. The fuck?
It's because it's that whole thing. It's like I kind of hate to go into that whole thing for some people, but it's occasionally white folk, but notice it's normally, black folks.
It is primarily black folk. Like honestly,
I'm sure there's a Mexican sprinkled in there too. That like the statistical, at least one Asian family has to be in there. I mean, it's the statistical plausibility.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think what he's saying is an apology.
If it's white folk, they're definitely messed up.
Yeah, they usually are messed up, but 9 times out of 10, it is a bunch of niggas. Like, let's be honest.
YouTube, he's black. He can say that.
Oh, so you believe in that hymnal, right?
Hellcat, I sent you the link if you want on.
So that's why instead of saying a nigger what I think everyone should do on Twitter just to fuck with people is say POC what.
POC what?
Or
I think people
POC,
actually.
Please.
I think I've seen a few people actually do that, but like as a joke, not as like a movement or anything.
Oh, I'm not saying to do it seriously. I'm saying do it just to be a fucking smartass.
Yeah.
Goddamn POCs. That is probably like that is literally. Yo, Hellcat.
How's it going?
Hey, Lizzie.
It's going good.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
It is. calling someone a person of color is just calling them a colored person, just adding of.
Yeah.
Like, you're colored.
But no, they've got some nonsensical explanation for why it's different, which is like people first language, where if you say colored people, then you're saying that the color is the important part, or if you say person of color, then you're saying the person is the important. Like, it's total nonsense. But this is how they justify calling black people colored. This is how they justify it.
It is literally a semantical argument. It is saying you're saying the exact same thing.
Of course, yeah.
Like, people for no, just come out and say most people that believe this shit is a bunch of fucking racists.
But also, it's like the same way pussies will spell nigger with an A instead of an ER. It's like, how do you think that makes it any less offensive? Let's be real. It's the same fucking word.
Because we're taking it back.
That's our word.
Yes.
It's our word. You can't be using it. Sorry.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna.
It's a term of endearment.
like I said.
I won't care. I still say I can't remember what the fuck his name was or who did the video on him and whatnot. But snow chimps is a fucking brilliant one for white folk.
No chimps,
especially being from Michigan. It's like, oh, there's snow. It gets snow here. Snow chimp. That's actually pretty good.
I had a white girlfriend I used to call Snow Bunny.
I'll still openly admit that one does not make sense to me. Still, if the whole thing is like saying a snow bunny goes after black men, when I would always put that to a snow bunny being someone who exclusively goes after skiers.
Skiers.
No.
That was the
snowboarders. That's
I think coal burner is the term for a white woman who likes black men.
No, all right. So the reason why we called her Snow Bunny is because, well, I started calling her Snow Bunny because she had a thing for, she loved rabbits. She just loved rabbits. And she always used to tell me if she could ever get a little rabbit, she wants a white one. So I started calling her Snow Bunny. And
okay, that makes sense. That's a nickname, but usually the term of Snow Bunny, they always want to say is a woman who exclusively, usually a white woman who exclusively chases black men. Of what Urban Dictionary says, like that was originally skier lingo, and then like kind of went into snowboarder lingo.
Yeah,
like
that was some Aspen shit right there.
Like a puck bunny is someone that goes a woman that goes after hockey
players. Yeah. Or there's also lacrosse-titutes.
Oh God,
lacrosse-titutes.
That is brilliant. I do like that.
I do thank Letterkenny for that one.
That is a good one. I like that one.
When they're at the big gay wedding, he's just like, no. He's like, we're hockey players. We're jocks. We're not gay. Dirty fucking dangles, boys. And that whole thing, like, oh, well, we're not into hockey players. We're not puck bunnies. We're lacrosse-titutes. I was just like, that is brilliant.
It is. It really is.
I'm going to have to use that one.
I haven't watched much Letterkenny. I only really know it because Della posts clips of it occasionally.
Yeah. I mean, the other best thing for it is allegedly.
Hey, allegedly.
So, did you two hear about Ginger and Boots? What? They fucked an ostrich?
Which Ginger? Are we talking Frosted or Moonshock?
Oh, no, this is the Ginger from the show.
Oh, okay.
Quite literally, he's called the Ginger. And
the Ginger. I didn't tell about.
He's just like, yeah, did you hear about them fucking an ostrich? Allegedly.
Yeah.
Man, that is. But yeah, that shit pisses me off to no end. With people doing that squatting rights make no fucking sense in a modern setting or modern age.
Yeah.
Everyone own, like, unless it's an abandoned building, it's owned, it's lived in.
Even in an abandoned building, the property belongs to somebody.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the whole shit. What was it with Hassan Piker when they were talking about the homeless problem and houses that they're owned, but they're not used throughout the year? And his whole thought process was to try to say, oh, let's just give them the houses. It's like, yes, let's just give homeless people these potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars worth houses that they're just not going to trash and do drugs in.
No. But the thing to put this into perspective, I thought that was a good idea when I was 5. Like when I was 5 and I heard that there were these vacant houses and homeless people, was like, well, just put the homeless people in the empty houses. That is the level of intellect at which that is that seems like a good idea.
Of course, the champagne socialists will give someone else's house away. Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Let's. How about you? You got enough. You live in a mansion. How about you? Share the wealth.
But I actually heard. I saw a good comment on a YouTube video that basically covers that. It's like, comrade, what would you do if you had 2 houses? Oh, I would give one to the government, obviously. And what would you do if you had 2 cars? Oh, I'd give one to the government. And what would you do if you had 2 pairs of pants? Comrade? He's like, well, I have 2 pairs of pants. And like he doesn't want to give them to the government. He's like, what would you do if you had 2 pairs of pants?
Again, they don't believe half. They don't believe half the shit they're spouting.
All I can think of is the joke is like part of the joke. One of my coworkers legitimately had a guy from like Soviet Russia and that whole thing, and he used to tell him old communist jokes and that whole thing. Like he went to the store one day, or it's like he was going to go to the store, and he's like, "Yeah, I heard it was out of meat." And he goes to the store, and he's just like, "Yeah, I want to get this, but I heard you guys are out of meat." And they're like, "No, we're out of fish. The store down the street's out of meat."
Like that's some bullshit. The communism will never work.
I think V has the right idea. Anyone who believes in communism or socialism, just make them live under communism for 10 years. Any more would be cruel. 10 years of communism will not change their mind.
The bread lines are great things. You got to praise bread lines. Like everybody got bread. Yeah, everybody can get bread nowadays. I go to the store. If I want some fucking bread, I'll get bread. I don't have to stand in line. Well, I do have to stand in line and pay for it.
Yeah, but you're not standing in line specifically for bread.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of whenever you deal with the person, it's like, oh, well, if you don't like living in this country, move. And they're like, oh, are you going to pay for my expenses? No, bitch, I'm not going to pay for your expenses. I might throw $1 at you if you ask me, but I ain't going to pay for everything.
No, like
I'm only going to pay for that. It's like, I'm only going to donate that money if you're going to go to like China or some shit. I'm not paying for you to go to fucking Germany. And if you really hated living here, you would make the sacrifice to actually fucking move.
Yeah, I would say if someone is pro-communism and like I have the money available, I will buy you a ticket to North Korea. Don't worry.
I will buy. Look, if you want to go to China, I will personally buy you a fucking ticket.
I'll fucking start a goddamn GoFundMe for it.
Yeah,
like fuck. Like I'm tired of the. Oh, I wish the fucking Whoopi Goldberg would have laughed when she said, "Oh, Trump get elected, I'm leaving the country."
I want him to do that because I want him to see that other countries, have a whole thing of immigrating. You're not just going to get to go there and live there. They're going to force you to immigrate.
Yeah.
And they're not going to speak your fucking language either. They're going to make you learn theirs.
That is the way it usually works, yes.
Most of the time.
I'm pretty sure if Whoopi took her ass to that China where well, I don't think she's a socialist.
I think it would be good if anyone who publicly declared that they were leaving the country if X happened, that was actually considered like a binding contract and they had to.
Yeah.
It would have been nice, but our legal system doesn't work like that.
No, but I'm just saying, anyone who publicly declared Trump wins, I'm moving to another country, well, we've got it in writing. Off you go.
So long, Rosie O'Donnell. Take your fat ass,
And they also have to relinquish their citizenship, so they can't come back.
Yeah.
Nah, let them immigrate.
That's why I said they have to relinquish their citizenship. And in most countries, you're not going to be able to have dual citizenship.
Yeah.
Especially with you have to come from a different country to have dual citizenship with the U.S.
Right.
And if you're going to immigrate here in total, you have to relinquish your citizenship from that other country.
But don't some people get birthright citizenship?
Yes, that's typically the only way you're going to get dual citizenship with that is if it's usually for kids of military families that were born overseas. They'll be offered dual citizenship if their parent is a local.
If the mother is squatting over the Mexican border at the moment of birth and half the baby lands in each country.
No, that couldn't be either.
Oh my gosh.
The active birth landed in America, the baby landed in Mexico, technically. Dual citizenship.
The baby just lands right on the line, the dividing line. I don't.
You know what? I wish there was a big line in the middle of the earth, or middle between Mexico and America. Once you cross this line, you're in our territory.
Yeah.
And that's when the minefield starts.
It's actually kind of like
so kind of have a DMZ.
Walking through the no, it's kind of like walking through the London Bridge. It looks like a bridge that you should be able to drive over.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just the building. And then it's a tunnel underneath.
Oh, okay.
That you drive through. And if you're
the American Mexico border?
Yeah. If
Ooh.
you're walking, you have to walk up these stairs across the bridge and down the stairs on the other side. And there are guards on either side.
I would imagine so, yeah.
All right, get your shit, get the hell out.
I just hope they ask to cross the bridge. You got to answer me these questions 3.
Actually, it kind of is like that. Especially, they'll turn around. They'll usually ask you which country you're from. But there's one time my mom went down to get drunk and was on her way back, and they asked her which city she was from. So the first time they ask her, she's like, "I'm from the United States," and they're like, "Nice, but what city are you from?" And she's like,
"Yeah,
oh, California."
That's also not a city.
Yeah, exactly. It took her 3 tries. She was that blitzed. I think that was also the night that our friend. I think that was also the night
one of the
that
questions. What is your favorite color?
No.
What's your favorite American color?
What is the average flight speed of an unladen swallow?
Yeah. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? What is the capital of Assyria?
It's your quest.
Yeah, also an important question.
Do you want a shrubbery?
Yes.
Do you have anything to declare is usually one of the questions. But
I don't know. I can't declare anything. I can't
Freedom.
declare war. You know,
I'd love if someone just totally misunderstood. Yes, I declare that today is an excellent day, or just some random declaration of.
Do you have anything to declare? He sticks his hand out, goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
There you go.
No.
Or you could go with the classic. Don't go to London.
You have anything to declare? I do declare.
I do declare. I think I has the vapors.
Damn it! Now I got to tell my Southern Belle joke.
Oh no. Lord!
No.
Go ahead, James.
All right. This woman, Southern Belle, she says she's talking in the parlor with her girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Well, she had just come back from California." one of the other girls asked her, she says, well, how was your trip, dear? She says, well, over in California, they have men that kiss other men, and they call them gay. And the girls just started laughing and hee-hawing about all that. And the girl says, well, what else did you learn from California? Says, they have women that kiss other women, and they call them lesbians. And they just started hee-hawing and all that. And says, what else? Is there anything else you learned? She says, I also found out they have men that will kiss women, down there. She says, they went, ooh, what do they call them? She says, I don't know, but I called mine Precious.
Wow.
James, you are a treasure.
I know it.
We're just looking for where to bury you.
Huh? Oh no!
You walked into that one.
Yeah, you did.
Well,
didn't you?
more like Tier let him into that one.
I just found out I'm blocked by Eliza Blue.
You blocked by who?
Eliza Blue.
And nothing of value was lost.
Right?
Is she still crazy?
I imagine so.
So long as she remains a female, yes.
Okay. All right. Don't worry, Angel. We know you're crazy.
I am, but I'm not that kind of crazy.
No one's that kind of crazy. Like,
that's one of those. Right. I will not deny that I am certifiable, but that woman gives crazy a bad name.
Yeah, I imagine she does.
Certifiable freak 7 days a week.
Apparently, I've got to check whether I'm blocked by Eliza Blue because it seems to be going around. So I should check.
Now, I remember back in the day, the real badge of honor on Twitter was being blocked by Shives.
Oh, everyone's blocked by Shives.
Yeah, like
I don't think I am.
You're not?
I think Sanguine's one of the only ones that isn't.
Hold on.
I'm not blocked by Eliza, but I've been blocked by Steve Shives for like 6 years.
Yeah, when I was on Twitter, I was blocked by Lord Shives himself.
I was also blocked by Will Wheaton because, of course, I was.
Oh, well.
Did you tell him to
shut up, Wesley?
I never said a single word to the man in my entire life. I've never interacted with him, but I still got blocked.
Bizarre.
How
bizarre. He uses a block list. Like, he'll say, like, anyone who follows this account, block everyone. So I must have followed someone he didn't like.
That seems really, really stupid to me. You've got to be major.
It's Will Wheaton, of course. It's stupid.
Do something like
that.
All
right. So the echo chambers are real.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie and say I don't surround myself with people. Like, that's the whole point of having friends. You're like-minded, right?
But you'll also still have differences. You're not going to agree on everything.
Great. Like me and you, Rod. We remember that the first time I read him an asshole story with the game and the plane came at it from totally different angles, and we didn't agree. We agreed to disagree. But see, that's the difference. We'll agree to disagree.
But no two people should ever agree on 100% of everything. That means
that's weird.
One of them isn't thinking.
That's disturbing.
That is disturbing. But see, that's the nature of the left's echo chamber. You either agree with us 100% of the time, or we'll kick you out the echo chamber.
Well, that's what I said about J.K. Rowling, and I said I and the left hate J.K. Rowling for the exact same reason, which is that she believes 99% of the leftist talking points.
Yes, but the left hates her because
exactly
she
right.
The left hates her because she doesn't believe
because of that missing 1%.
She's not a true believer. Her faith has been tested and she was found lacking.
because she disagreed with them on one thing, and so now she's persona non grata.
She
and
refused to
I
suck
don't
the
like it for
penis.
the other 99% that she does agree with them on.
She refused to suck the female penis.
I would too. So I do agree with her on that. But
same.
I agree too, but because she refused to suck the female penis at the altar of the trans body.
I
refuse, but that's just because they think they're female. So,
and you're not a lesbian. That just makes sense.
Exactly.
Again, I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I have a live and let live policy. Leave me alone, I'll leave you alone.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not trying to force it down everyone's throat and you're not trying to force it on kids.
Or trying to put pineapple on pizza.
I give a shit less about that. You eat any of the weird shit you want to.
Yeah.
Lies.
Terry knows that I like pineapple on pizza.
No, I was actually going after Johnny.
I don't really.
Oh, really?
I can't say that I hate it. It's just not my forte.
It's not my forte either. It is rather interesting, but I won't order it for myself.
As much as I pretend to hate it, if someone gave me a slice of pizza and it had pineapple on it, I wouldn't turn it down. It's just, if I'm ordering a pizza, I would not order pineapple on it.
Exactly. I'll order Canadian ham, Canadian bacon, but I will not order pineapple.
Actually,
again,
pepperoni and pineapple is kind of interesting as well.
So the one that I found I like the best for that, if I were going to do pineapple, I did bacon and pineapple.
Fair enough.
That's what Canadian ham is. It's essentially bacon.
Really?
No, actually, it's called Canadian bacon, and it's
That's ham.
Yeah.
But usually your Hawaiian pizzas are, which is funny because if I remember correctly, it was actually wasn't made in Hawaii. It was actually originally made in Canada.
It's just like
I've heard that too.
So you all right?
I'm gonna use the restroom and get a drink.
All right. This is what I've learned about certain foods. Belgian waffles were not made in Belgium. They were made in America. French fries, America. What else?
French fries are named after a guy named French. They're not actually French.
Yeah, they're not, but it's the name they gave them. What's another weird food that technically was made here, but people wanted to sound exotic, so they added.
I can say kiwi fruit is not actually from New Zealand. It's like Chinese. It's Chinese gooseberries.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they do grow in New Zealand, but they're not from there. They're originally Chinese.
I didn't know that. I thought the kiwis were those little shitbirds.
No,
those are also kiwis. He's talking about the fruit.
Fruit. Kiwi fruit is Chinese, not from New Zealand, but it does grow in New Zealand. And the kiwi bird is obviously New Zealand.
It's from the Kiwi Island. As we migrated around the world, like as a species, we've moved shit from one side of the planet to the other. Like potatoes are technically, I believe they're not native to Europe, or no, they're native to Europe, but they're not native to America.
Well, I mean, potatoes are Irish. That's the only food Irish people are allowed to eat.
Ouch.
Actually, okay.
That's why the potato famine was so bad. It's the only food they're allowed to eat. They had to have their hamburger without fries, their fish without chips. It was unbearable.
There was a lot of wailing of gnashing of teeth without their precious potato.
You know what's really funny, Terry, is we started talking about that, and I just happened to scroll past the tweet that says,
"Oh,
pineapples belong on pizzas." That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
No, if I'm being honest, obviously you can eat whatever the hell you want. It makes absolutely no difference to me. I just think it's funny to pretend to be like dogmatic on such a trivial subject.
Well, and it's so funny because it seems like people either like go along with it, or there's people that take it like way too seriously.
Yes.
Yeah. Like
it's a joke.
Like the whole cereal is soup thing. I think that's utterly ridiculous. But it's funny to have a dogmatic position and be like, no, anyone who thinks cereal is soup is, retarded.
Well,
like,
you like stirring the pot. That's what you do. You like stirring the pot.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I just find it funny. That people take such trivial subjects and like they're so like fiercely defensive of their position. Like there's people who are legit like anti or pro pineapple on pizza, like it actually matters. It's like,
all right, so everyone has the cereal soup. I got one better. It's hot dog, a sandwich.
How many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman? 0.
What?
So how many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman? 0.
Yeah.
And going back to the whole creating a different thing, I want to say it's typically known as egg drop soup.
Yes.
Usually done at Chinese restaurants and whatnot. It's not even a Chinese thing. It was made by like some Jewish guy in California. I learned that one from Paris with Love, which is a very underrated Travolta movie where he actually.
Oh, I loved it.
The cereal is soup thing. Like I'm pretty sure Monkey is like the one who made that up, at least in our like circle of the internet. And I disagree. I think cereal is not soup.
I make a point whenever P-Dog has a guest and he does the lightning round, I make a point to bring that shit up just because.
Wow. Cereal is not soup, and no, my love, tacos are not salad.
Tacos are salad.
Tacos are salad.
The shell is just a crouton.
Taco salad is a salad, though.
Yeah,
a taco salad is a salad, but tacos themselves are not salad.
Tacos are salads.
Sorry.
Tacos are sandwiches.
Yes,
Tacos
thank you.
Tacos are inverted salads.
Burritos are wrapped sandwiches.
Burritos are actually gyros.
And yeah, saying burritos.
It's actually called. No. It's not. It's not gyros. It's gyros. It's that's the actual way to pronounce it.
To pronounce that.
Well, a gyro is a helicopter.
See the problem.
No, a gyro goes on a helicopter.
Well, yeah, but
see, problem Tyribot is I'm American and I pronounce it like it's. I look at the word.
No. But like the reason that people pronounce it gyros is because the Greek spelling is gyros.
Yeah,
and not realizing that that's pronounced gyros, they spell it like it looks, which is gyros. So the singular is not gyro. Gyros or gyros would be the singular.
So in other words, the G is silent.
Well, it's just pronounced differently.
It's pronounced ye.
Yeah, it's gyros.
I'm American, goddammit. In my language, that's a G. It makes a gut sound, and I'm going to say J.
Well, Terry is the Greek here, so
I actually had an epiphany when I was walking like past a Greek shop, and I saw the word gyros, and spelt gyros, and it's like, oh, that's what they meant by gyros on Seinfeld. Oh my god, it actually makes sense now.
You never the word spelled out.
Oh, okay. The penny dropped. The puzzle piece finally fit in the spot.
He finally got the epiphany.
Yeah.
But again, God damn it, cat!
Wow.
That cat does not like you.
No, she's being overly affectionate today.
Oh, she's fixing to go into heat.
I hope not. Well, she's fixed, but she's being overly affectionate.
She's fixing to beat the shit out of him later.
Is she having separation anxiety? Have you been ignoring your cat?
I do not ignore my cat. She won't let me.
So you turned your cat into a guy.
Yeah.
She won't let me ignore her. So
there was one time I caught my brain working backwards where I went to San Francisco and my immediate thought was, hey, this is just like the level in Tony Hawk. I was like, no, the level in Tony Hawk was based on the city, not the other way around. But because that was my only exposure to San Francisco at the time, I was like, oh, wow, this is just like the Tony Hawk level.
Well, again, at least there wasn't shit on the streets in the Tony Hawk level.
Oh, my God.
Oh, there is a bunch of poo around my apartment because a bunch of people aren't picking up after their fucking dog.
Yeah.
Why?
I went to San Francisco well before society fell apart. So at the time, it was actually clean.
The 1920s?
Not that far back. It was the early 2000s. So there was no shit on the street.
Yeah,
that he could see at least.
That I could see.
What you didn't know, there was a serial pooper running around just shitting in random places, and you didn't see it.
Oh no.
But, yeah,
I mean, granted, I don't think I've ever seen anything of like someone pooping in San Francisco like I've seen from I think it was India or China where the dude was just walking, like pulled down his pants, pushed out like a freaking 3-foot turd, pulled his pants down, like, and he didn't just like push it out, like had to sit there and strain. He just like pulled his pants down. I was like, "Huh!" And that fucking shit literally launched out his ass, pulled up his pants, and continued walking. I'm like, that's impressive, but that's also fucking disgusting.
It is both of those.
Well, I heard that they put porta potties around and people turned them into fucking shrines and shit, and still were shitting in the street.
Well, I mean, hell, like what was it in France? They had the portable pissers, or not portable pissers, but just the random like little spots you could piss into on the side to get away from. I think it was public urination.
Yeah,
trying to charge everyone with exposing themselves. Like, just trying to take a piss because I'm blitzed from coming home from the bar.
Look, I find a corner. I'm not gonna lie. I will find a corner or alley or dumpster. I will never piss just directly out into the middle of the street. That's just nasty.
Oh,
I think the only time I've ever done that. The only time I've ever. Well, I mean, I pee outside all the time, but the only time I've ever, I think we were on our way to Butte for St. Patty's Day.
Oh Lord!
And we stopped in the middle of a construction zone, and we were drinking on the way up there, and yeah, I think we peed all over that construction zone. And then just carried on with our night. But like that was like halfway. We were halfway there to town. So that's pretty much it.
So I take water pills, right? There you go. If I gotta piss, I gotta piss. I can't hold this motherfucker anymore. I need to go. I've gotten off of the train and ran to the nearest corner. God damn it, I hate getting older.
It is not fun.
James, you got another one, or you should I'll bring up one.
I think I got another one.
Go ahead, James. Let's hear it.
Let me find it again.
I'm just glad you guys aren't gonna be able to hear what I'm gonna be able to hear. This part of the game gets fucking weird.
Oh, you talking about with the baby?
Yeah.
Can I make your screen bigger just because I can?
Yes, you could share me directly.
Is it solo layout? Yep, there it is.
I got to read through this one first.
We're going to see how well I remember this, even though I just went over this the other day. God, Ethan, you run so goddamn slow. Pick up the cardio. I'm not fucking run faster than this.
Oh, yeah.
And
he runs like the main character from Final Fantasy, not Final Fantasy, Suikoden 4.
Yeah.
When it said I've been waiting so long, my mind immediately went to Sunshine of Your Love.
Mm-hmm.
Sunshine of the what?
Sunshine of Your Love, the song by Cream.
You ready, James?
No.
Yeah.
James.
All right.
He read it and realized he didn't want to do
I'll
it.
the screen.
Yeah, pretty much.
HP 45.
No, goddamn, you're not reading the small gun article.
Yes, read this. Read it. Pokemon.
No.
Do it.
I mean, I'll read it if people want me to.
I got one. I found one. Nope.
I want to hear Terry's article.
No,
it's
you don't.
Terry's turn. I've read one. You've read one. It's Terry's turn.
Nope. Terry doesn't get a turn.
It's Terry's turn.
Terry's a guest. He doesn't get one. But I got an asshole story.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. Let me unshare Rod and access solo mode. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend
Yes.
that not everything is about race?
Okay, maybe not.
Say that again.
I'm going to go with negative on that one.
For telling my girlfriend that not everything is about race.
Not everything is about race.
I don't think this person is an asshole, but I need context because I don't want to say that he's not.
I've already decided the girlfriend is.
I mean, unless everything she goes to,
she's totally about
like indie or 5Ks or some shit. I'm kind of saying no.
All right, let me read it. I, male 20, am dating my girlfriend, female 20, since 10 months ago. My girlfriend is American and she's black. I'm German, American, and white. My grandparents and my great-grandparents.
Okay, hold on. I got a joke for this one since you said the whole thing on there. So, a guy worked in a pizzeria, and this guy, or I should say, worked in a restaurant. And this worked with the dude who had a very, very thick German accent, couldn't really understand things, and he also worked with a Swedish guy. Well, a cop showed up one day and they said, "Come out with your hands up." And the dude didn't know what to do. So he came out holding the Swedish guy. And he said, and the Swedish guy is yelling, "They said hands, not Hans."
I
thought y'all get a kick out of that.
Oh, man. Rod, you're evil. All right, let me get back to it really quick. My great-grandparents and grandparents were born in Germany. My great-granddad was in the army, and they moved to the U.S. after the war, when my granddad and his siblings were young. And I think some of them hadn't been born yet. That is my mom's side of the family. My mom was born in America. My dad's families are German as well, and they were born and always lived in Germany. They met in Germany, and then my dad moved here. I was born in America. However, after I turned 4, we moved back to Germany. We lived there until I was 16 when we moved back to here. My whole family is very stereotypically German, which means pale and blonde hair. Excuse me. I don't have any racist ideas. Neither do my parents or my grandparents. However, my girlfriend seems to disagree and think that she has to educate us about race. I guess you can picture why, giving my family history.
Yeah, she's total asshole.
Yep.
He's an asshole because he's dating her. But other than that, she's the asshole.
Yeah.
I don't
think he's an asshole for dating her. I think he's an idiot for dating her.
I think he's an idiot as well.
Yeah.
Adding to that is my parents do not like her a lot. I can only imagine why.
Yeah.
There is more of no one is good enough for our son. I'm their only son. Than something regarding her race. However, my girlfriend disagrees with that. She thinks they don't like her because she's black, and they want me to date a German girl. My parents have never said anything.
Worthless bitch.
My parents have never said anything bad to her. Not at all. They're just a bit cold, so they're classic Germans.
Well, I mean, Germany is cold. So.
No, so I had a boss that was Austrian, right? And looking back at it, he was kind of distant. Like I would say hi to him, and he wouldn't say shit. I don't think it was a race thing, just that it was a dick by American standards. Excuse me. Where was I? Anyway, to the conflict. I live with my parents still. She came over for dinner yesterday. Oh, Jesus, learn to write, kid.
Well, he is German, so.
I was gonna say.
After eating, we were chatting that someday early my mom had been going through our album of photos and she left an album on the coffee table. My girlfriend asked if she could see some of the photos, and we were all looking at the photos. In one, I was wearing a lederhosen that was shorts that you may have seen in the movies. Yada yada yada. God damn it!
I know what lederhosen are.
Yada yada yada.
It was for a school play. I may have been like 7 or 8. Another classmate was acting like an African person. The school play was about different ethnicities or something like that. And they had black makeup on his face. Oh, Lord, he was in blackface. My mom made a comment about how cute I was and how darker my hair had got. And then my dad laughed at my classmate because of the makeup. It was honestly funny, and he was just making a weird face.
As well as he should have been.
Yes. Oh no, he's talking about I'm pretty sure he was talking about the little boy
in the picture.
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
This one would have hated one of my friends.
He should be ridiculed.
Justin Trudeau is what I'm hearing.
Like Just Trudeau did blackface. Like I got a friend from way back when we were younger. It's like he did supposed blackface because for Halloween he went as Barry Sanders, his favorite football player of all time at the time.
I got a controversial opinion that I'm going to say after this one because I don't give two shits about blackface. I don't find it offensive at all. Mockery is a high form of flattery. I'm just going to say it.
It depends how it's intended. Like if I make fun of Della, that's very different than if I make fun of some random idiot on Twitter. Like it depends on whether you're being like friendly mocking or, deliberately cruel mocking.
I mean, but even like say, you ever seen the old cartoon, the old Looney Tunes cartoon when Bugs would turn into the old black man? Mammy, I've always found that shit hilarious.
Yeah. I don't think that was ill-intentioned. I don't think that they were saying fuck black people when they made those cartoons. I think it was simply this is something funny that black people do, so we're going to sort of highlight it. I don't think that was ill-intentioned at all.
I mean, have you ever played BioShock Infinite?
I think
Bits
so.
And pieces.
Mammy.
But you know what I'm talking about, right, Rodden? Or what I'm getting at. They had a rather racist caricature of black people, but because their society was racist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the depictions of they had as a matter of fact, they had everybody, Indians and Chinese, because their leader did not like these groups because he fought against them.
Yeah.
So their depictions were rather racist, and given the context, that is racist. However,
if you're wanting to freak everyone the fuck out, I'm about to see the baby here shortly.
Like my grandfather hated the Japanese, but that's because he got shot in the stomach during World War II. Like you can't really blame him for having animosity towards the people that he was at literal war.
Oh dear Christ! Turn around, run!
Yeah, that again, I understand that. Like I'm pretty sure there's some animosity between Americans and Germans.
Yeah, probably.
It's just what happens when someone tries to kill you.
Yeah. It tends not to endear you towards them.
You know, I mean, I'm like they said. Oh, there's probably some good, there's probably some nice Japanese people, but yeah, you motherfuckers try to kill me, so I'm not too keen on you guys.
No, I mean, I would never in a million years like have a problem with my grandfather saying, those guys that shot me in the stomach, I don't like them very much.
Yeah, it. But see, there's a huge difference between a legitimate reason to dislike somebody or dislike a group versus casual racism. Like that's just what it is. These motherfuckers are casually racist.
My standard is you can hate anyone for any reason, and including race, sex, whatever. But what you do with that hatred may or may not be appropriate. Like I can hate, for instance, Mexicans, but if I'm actually harming Mexicans, then that's not okay. As long as I just hate them in my head, then yeah, go do what you want. Like think what you want, rather.
Yeah, I don't believe in thought crimes either. You thought a bad thing. Okay, well, fuck you. It's my thoughts.
Yeah. Like I'm sure there's plenty of people that think I'm an asshole. Is it okay? You have that thought.
Well, we know you're an asshole.
I rest my case.
I don't need to think it. I know.
But like there's people that think all sorts of things, I'm sure, about me, and that's okay. As long as they're not actually doing anything to harm me, they can think what they want.
Oh Jesus, motherfucker!
Like I know James Colley's an asshole. Like, right, James? Exactly.
I think anyone who's been on Quippers does automatically get several asshole points. I think that's fair.
I don't know, Angela. I've never had issue with Angela. Angela hasn't done any. Her stuff is tamed.
I think she is asshole by proxy since she's with him.
What you're saying is she's asshole adjacent.
There you go.
I would definitely like to see rapping robots Angela versus Sora.
There you go.
Oh wow.
So in other words, it would be a nice off.
Pretty much. Sora is always.
Is it gonna be like mine, walking? Seriously, who's afraid of walking?
It'll be a nice off. Like,
I am so bad at rapping robots. It's ridiculous.
They will give each other compliments. Like, so.
I'm okay at the rapping robots. I really enjoy it, so I don't like that. That's my favorite of our like second games. But I'm not like going to win every game or anything. I just really enjoy the rhyming aspect of it.
Yeah, I really do.
It depends on which prompt I get, and
that's
if I happen to get like the lucky draw.
Yeah.
Then I use the camel method, which usually puts me at a disadvantage.
I think the camel method should be forbidden because if you're not going to make any effort
like that, baby.
at all, then that's ruining the game.
Well, I usually save the camel method for like the last, 10 seconds. Like if I can't think of anything by then, it's usually like,
that's sort of a last resort kind of thing. But I think if you join the game, you should make an effort, like rather than just relying on like safety quips for everything. At that point, you're not even playing.
What is the camel method?
So what he does is he just does the rap for me. All he does is go basically use safety quips for the entire rap. So he does not even try. And at that point, you're not playing.
Well, the sick part about it is like most of his actually work out for him.
Not really. I mean,
he's had a couple that kind of fell flat, but no one say majority of them, but quite a few of them have actually been pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I find that they're just non sequiturs. They don't make sense.
Yeah.
And that can be funny, but it's not going to be as funny as someone who's actually making an effort to put together a coherent answer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that shit was hilarious. Like, again, I would love to see those two go at it again. A nice off.
So Sora versus Angela would be interesting for sure.
Like, your hair is so pretty. It's nitty gritty.
Oh, jeez.
I still just like how I had that one prompt, it's like do a thing in action. And it's like, it was like walking. Like, heard you're afraid of walking. It's like, seriously, who's afraid of walking?
Yeah, you'll get some times where it doesn't really make sense, even if you are making an effort. That can't be avoided. But
yeah,
the camel method is guaranteed to be like just lame.
A flop. Like 8 times out of 10.
Yeah,
I still want to play that one game where it was the metrosexual, but somebody doesn't want to do a string.
Somebody doesn't have time.
Well, somebody should make time.
See, I agree.
Yeah, we will have to get a group together. We can probably do that next week.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, getting the group together.
As long as it's a weekend, I'm down.
I'm always game for it. If it's late enough, I'll hop on.
I think I should learn how to stream when Street Fighter 6 comes out and everyone can see me completely fail at that.
Yeah, I'll try. Because I just turned off my PlayStation Plus account.
So,
why?
Because he wasn't using it.
Because I really wasn't using it at all for anything but downloading the indie games that came out. That they were pushing.
The Street Fighter 6 demo is on PlayStation and it's completely free. So if you're curious, it's there.
Well, I was thinking like, well, they're not going to allow me to do that. But then again, I'm like, well, I can still download stuff off the internet. I can still buy stuff.
Say, if you can access the PlayStation Store, you can download the demo.
That would be kind of stupid to like not sign yourself in and then.
Well, the PlayStation Plus account is just for using, like getting the monthly free game or whatever.
Yeah,
you can still download. You can still download any free demos that are on the PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Store.
I saw a video where someone was exploring the demo. It's very, very bare bones. There's not a lot in it, which makes sense. It's like if they give you too much, you won't buy the game. So don't expect anything amazing. It's basically you've got Ryu, you've got Luke, and those are the only two characters you can play. And you've got like the first 45 minutes of World Tour mode. So there's not a lot there, but if you just want to like see if you like the game and the gameplay, it'll do its job. And if you can't get it to work on PlayStation, the Steam version is coming out in a few days.
But I need to try it. I'm not good at fighting games.
Only fighting game I was only ever halfway decent at was Soul Calibur.
Yeah. As anyone who watches Minions will know, I do not do 3D fighters at all. I am just dog shit at them. And I played Adam at Soul Calibur, and it did not go well.
Yeah, the 3D ones are even worse.
I love Soul Calibur.
I like the game. I'm just not good at it. Like I'll play the single player stuff because you can put the CPU on a reasonable difficulty level, but against a human, no, that's not going to work.
Guess who my favorite fighter is in Soul Calibur?
It's going to be someone
It's Ivy.
with large breasts.
Damn right it is.
Yeah, of course.
You know, with each.
I liked Taki, like when I was playing Soul Calibur for the first time, because she was wearing like the skin tight red suit, and you could see her her assets, shall we say?
No, if I gotta choose a female in Soul Calibur, it's Song Mina.
Okay. I mean, I did like Song Mina because she had the long range, and I like staying out of danger.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why. And my favorite male fighter is Nightmare.
Yeah. No, I always really liked Siegfried and Nightmare.
So I was actually pretty decent with Siegfried and that whole thing. And I always loved the creative character.
Yamato was my favorite male character.
I think story-wise, at least, Siegfried was always my favorite. In terms of like actually playing the game, I usually just stuck with Taki because I know that you can just spam kick and she'll do her like 3 kicks in the head, and you can get through most of the story mode that way.
I can't remember who the guy was who used the freaking bow staff.
Kill
it. Well, they changed it for like. Yeah, they changed the name, like the character for like 5 or 6, I think it was.
Yeah, they did. They had like the kids.
Yeah, they changed. Like he becomes the new Edge Master. Like he becomes the master of weapons.
I did really like before it was called Soul Calibur, when it was just called Soul Edge. I did like the Edge Master mode in that game. That was really good.
My favorite that's the one that had my favorite character of all time, Rock.
Oh, Rock was great. Yeah.
Just a big just a piece of a big ass boulder attached to a goddamn stick, and he just swung it.
Well, the reason I liked Rock was in Edge Master mode, you actually got different weapons as you progressed through it, and he basically fights in the Colosseum and sees the pillar holding it up. And he goes, "I can use that as a weapon." And so you can actually get a pillar of the Colosseum as his weapon.
Oh, damn it. I did forget something.
That's fucking phenomenal.
It's like really, really slow, but if you actually connect with it, it does like ridiculous damage. So it's not actually like a good weapon, but it's just like cool that it's there.
Like I got really good with Zazamel in 3, and I could play with his joke weapons.
Yeah.
If you could get up close and personal, Maxi was a great fucking combo user.
Oh yeah. Fucking nunchuck.
There was another nunchuck guy. I can't remember. Was it Li Long? Originally, Li Long was the nunchucks guy, and then they replaced him with Maxi.
Maxi the pirate.
And
I just like what they did to my boy Raphael.
Oh yeah. I remember him.
He went from being a cool dissident noble to this vampire, and I just hated what they did to him.
I think Geralt from The Witcher is one of the few times I think a guest character was actually like made sense, because I don't like guest characters generally speaking, but Geralt actually fit in fairly well.
Ezio fit in.
Spawn as a guest character made sense.
Ezio made perfect sense.
Like, Soul Calibur tends to be pretty bad with its guest characters. I thought Yoda and Darth Vader were utterly ridiculous.
Can't forget the freaking
Star Killer.
Oh yeah, him too. I always forget he even exists.
I fucking hated playing against him.
But like they don't fit the theme of the game at all. Like you've got space versus like medieval weaponry. It didn't make sense. It was just stupid. I didn't like Heihachi being in the game. Like he doesn't.
The Tekken characters.
Yeah. Like Yoshimitsu, I get because he's got a sword. Like
he's a normal freaking Soul Calibur character as well.
Yeah.
But see, the problem is the Yoshimitsu in that one. Yoshimitsu is a title. Yoshimitsu from Tekken is like it's a title, not necessarily the character. So that's why
that's just story. That's just story. In terms of gameplay, Yoshimitsu was a character from Tekken put into Soul Calibur, and it made sense.
That's true
because he has a weapon. And it kind of like that made sense. It's a way to get the Tekken players to try the game. It's like, here's that character that you recognize. who also fits into the setting of this new game.
Cervantes was a bitch.
Well, that's like Mortal Kombat, like putting in Bruce Willis. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
Or
Rambo.
I did not like, and a lot of people did. I did not like having the horror characters in Mortal Kombat at all. I didn't think Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees. I didn't think they were good guest characters.
Or Michael Myers.
No, all right. So all right. I don't. Freddy is a dream thing, but you're right. I don't think he worked. Alien could work. It could be an outworldy creature.
Yeah. I think the fact that it's from a movie kind of, I don't know. It's so jarring to like be playing Mortal Kombat and then see a movie character like for no reason. Like, what's the Joker got to do with Mortal Kombat? Why is he in there? Like, it's stupid.
Yeah, I didn't like the Joker being in there. Mainly, and then he was mainly there because the Mortal Kombat versus DC.
Well, no. What it is because Warner Brothers owns.
Yeah.
Because Warner Brothers owns NetherRealm. I almost finally got it out. Because they own it, they have access to all these licensed properties, and they're like, "Hey, we own the rights to Rambo. It costs us nothing to secure the rights to put him in Mortal Kombat. Let's do it."
And that's why we got Terminator and RoboCop.
That's exactly right.
It's all their IP.
Yeah, I mean, Warner Brothers already has the rights, and this cross promotes their movies, so it's like win-win.
Do you see my picture?
Yes. It says.
See how it's pointed up at the corner towards Rodney? That's hilarious.
It's But, you know, I do like the 2D fighters far more. I think it's because I started with Street Fighter, like most people did, and to me that's just like how fighters are supposed to be, kind of thing. It's just like what I got used to fighters being, and so I definitely prefer 2D fighters.
2D fighters are simpler. It's up. It's you have jump, crouch, left, and right. That's it.
Yeah.
When you go to the 3D fighters, you got dodge and.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I like the 3D games I'm playing, but I also prefer like a lot of side scrollers. Like the Mega Man, especially the Mega Man X series, has always been one of my favorites.
Yeah, no, they're good.
X was great.
If Capcom wanted to make some serious money, they would do a Mega Man style Mario Maker.
I would actually like to see them make a sequel to Mega Man. Legends. Not just Mega Man Legends. Sorry, Mega Man X Command Missions, because that was actually a really fun game.
No,
Mega Man Legends was good.
No, I'm talking about where they give you all the tools to make your own Mega Man levels.
Yeah.
I would only be interested in that to play other people's levels. I have no desire to make my own level.
That's the biggest thing. It's going to appeal to the people who want to make levels, and also, have the whole thing of people who don't want to make levels to play others.
Yeah.
Wall of spikes. Good luck, fellas.
Good luck.
I would 100% download other people's levels and play them, but I don't want to make my own. I have zero desire to do that.
It would 2D Zelda style Mario Maker style Zelda was wonderful. Link to the Past, the first two Zeldas.
Well, no, if you're including the first two Zeldas, I'm out, because the Zelda series was shit until A Link to the Past. The first two games were terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
To me, the games
I will. As far as terrible, I'll disagree, but not as good. I will agree.
Well, no, I will go as far as to say terrible.
The first Zelda game, I will say, was pretty great. The second one, I couldn't stand. Link to the Past did revolutionize some things. It did.
I think Zelda 2 is underrated.
I mean,
Link's Awakening.
Zelda 2 is underrated for the sole reason that everyone rates it as 0. Like, even if it's a 1 out of 10, it's still underrated because everyone gives it a 0.
Yeah.
I'm putting it like this. The Zelda 2 was the only Zelda game to kill Zelda.
But no, I think Zelda 1 isn't bad in terms of the moment-to-moment gameplay. It just has no direction. Like, it's just, here is the map, figure it out.
Well, that's the problem. That was the limitation of the hardware.
Yeah, and it does that's fine. It doesn't make it a good game.
Well, and I think what they kind of did was they gave you the first part of the story, and they're like, "Here's the first place you go. We're going to show you how to get to the first castle, and then the rest is up to you from there."
Yeah, no.
Now, if they would have mentioned, explore. Like, we want you to explore this map. Like, you don't have to do this right away. But, we want you to explore this for you.
The thing is, like, Zelda 3, A Link to the Past, they gave you, like, clear direction in terms of where you were meant to go next. So if you wanted to explore, you were always welcome to do that. But if you wanted to continue the story, they were basically saying, this is where the story continues. If that's what you want, go here. Otherwise, do what you want. And I think you need that. Otherwise, you get people who want to continue the story and they're stuck searching this giant landmass for the one.
So that's where I can't agree with you on it. I would just say in that whole situation, it's kind of a bit more broken in that, because people love the Dark Souls series and even Demon Souls, and they're notorious for that, for no direction. You have to
I
just
can't stand them.
I got bored.
Dark Souls 3, I will say, was a big ass hallway simulator.
I'll put it this way: I
did
Demon
not make
Souls.
it past the bridge in Demon Souls.
I played Demon Souls and I didn't beat it because it was a game my buddy owned, and I did enjoy it. I played Dark Souls for about 2 hours and was like, okay, I'm fucking done because I'm bored.
Yeah, no, I played Dark Souls. I didn't like it, and then I figured there's no reason to play any of the other games in the series because clearly this is not my thing.
I don't know, because I played Bloodborne. I beat Dark Souls 3. I played Bloodborne. I've gotten pretty far, but I've never officially beat the game. But I know the ending.
Yes, I got a buddy who's beaten the game so much that he'll go through and like the first boss that you're actually supposed to lose against, he can beat with no actual fucking weapon.
Nice.
Sweet.
But no, I mean, obviously different people like different kind of things.
Yeah.
I can't stand the Elder Scrolls games because they're so open-ended and like they do give you direction, but like so much of the map is just there for the sake of exploring. I was like, no, this is... I just want to like have a good story to follow, and Elder Scrolls doesn't have a good story. It's just...
All right, so the original design of, say, Morrowind, there was a design reason why they create.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
We're just having a modern day seance. Tier, are you with us? Are you with us? Say blue if you can hear us.
Blue. All right. So what I was saying was the original Morrowind was designed so you create your own story. Like if you wanted to create this epic spell, you could create this epic spell, but you have to go out and search for the components needed to create this epic spell.
I'm not paying $100 to tell my own story.
Mm-hmm.
Choose your own adventure.
At least those, like the story's already written for you. You just choose which one you want.
Here, you got background noise.
I did?
Yeah,
I am totally listening to us again.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I have a shitty mic.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
I just was like, oh, because it had been happening earlier, but it went away. So I didn't say anything about it.
I'll try to get a better mic next time.
This doesn't have to be Mike. You can get a better Steve or a better John. You know, there's lots of options.
There are no better Johns.
there are no better Johns. You're stuck with the John you got. Frosted. The damn country frosted. Fuck. Rodney. Guess what time it is?
It's howdy doody time.
Is it time to go?
It's time for you to put the doohickey up.
It's Filthy Frank time, I believe.
Yeah, it's Filthy Frank time. I don't think he's listening. I think he went away.
Well, he muted himself, so
it's time to.
He probably went to the potty.
Oh, God damn it!
He's probably looking for the.
He's probably looking for the Filthy
thing.
Frank.
He's Filthy Frank in spirit.
All right. Well, I'll begin my ending spiel and my shills. So we'll start with Terry Diamantis. Terry has minions on Mondays with Mr. Adam. Has minions on Wednesdays with Hammer and TMaxi. He's on 6 of Silver streams whenever they're on. He's on Hellcat streams whenever they are. That's it, right? He's on the corner with Frosted Glass, Moonshock,
that is,
and Gunski, whenever that is. He's on Quippers United with Gunski, Angela, James Colley.
Everyone does Quippers at some point.
Yeah, everyone does Quippers at some point. That's usually on Sundays at 7:00.
Yep,
Eastern.
And the corner is on Fridays.
Yeah, corner's on Fridays at 9.
Don't we still have like another week down because of him being down south?
Yeah. He said May is when he comes back. So.
All right. Well, shit. Rotncorpse. He has his Rod movie reviews with myself, Angela Arrega, and James Colley.
And tomorrow we're going to be reviewing the next Nicolas Cage movie of Raising Arizona.
Yep, Raising Arizona is next. Are you going to do a talking into the void?
Maybe on Friday, we'll see. I was supposed to do one on Monday or was it Tuesday, but Monkey was on. And I was like, I'm going to listen to this because this hasn't been fun this week.
Fair enough. Hellcat's Minions Night is Thursdays. With he's usually with Sanguine, if I'm not mistaken, and Hey Camel.
And Fazusmi lately.
Huh?
Yeah, they're doing the whole Chris Chan saga.
Yeah, the saga
which is why I haven't been watching.
Yeah, if you're not into drama or crazy people.
I always like turn the stream on and then I see Far and she's talking about Chris Chan. It's like, okay, not this week either.
Damn. He has his penny arcades whenever he does them. He has his powwow streams whenever he does them with Hey Camel.
Torture is how you make friends.
Anything else you have, Hellcat?
If he ever does a Phasmo stream with us when we're all available.
Yeah. But that's usually a penny arcade.
I consider it a separate thing.
I think torture is how you make friends is the other one.
Yeah, I think that's really about it.
All right, James Colley. James Colley is on Quippers United on Sundays with Terry Diamantis, Angela Arrega, Jack Gunski, Frosted Glass, and usually a special guest. All right, are you doing a Nerd Out stream?
Haven't had reason to recently.
Bro, just let me know, or I don't know if Tira will be available. I'm pretty sure even Johnny will say, we can come on and figure out something to talk about.
Shit.
Even if we ramble about nonsense for 30 minutes, like we did on our last stream of movie reviews.
James Collins also on Rotncorpse's movie reviews. with me, Angela, and Rotncorpse, of course.
And
Angela,
Johnny, if he wants to be there.
Huh?
I said, and Johnny, if he wants to be there.
Yeah, and Johnny, Angela, are you doing anything aside from Quippers United and the movie reviews?
I am actually going to be on Quippers this week.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure. I think that's what absolutely means.
Mhm.
I'm off from Tuesday the 25th until May 8th, May 7th. So if you guys just want to add a random voice to anything you're doing, let me know.
Mhm.
I like hanging out with y'all.
Like hanging out with you too. For myself, aside from doing Rod movie reviews and the midnight show, I'm thinking about doing a Gladius playthrough. I don't know what I call it. Just a Gladius playthrough. Old fashioned gladiator fights.
Going Greek.
No, it's a barbarian Roman / It's weird. If I play it out,
I'm a Spartan girl in a Spartan world.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So, Tier, do you like gladiator movies?
I do. Are you not entertained?
Have you ever been in a Turkish bathhouse?
No.
But he's open to the experience.
I am.
Have you ever seen a grown man naked?
I've seen myself in the shower before.
There you go.
He's TSA. I'm pretty sure he's seen more people naked than he's wanted to.
Yeah. God. Ew. I have nightmares. As always, I'm going to steal from the means. Parting words. Hellcat, go.
If you're passionate about something, don't let it devour it. Don't let it devour you.
Rotncorpse.
I don't like pain. It hurts me.
Angela.
I'm going to the Comic-Con Museum on Tuesday.
Cool.
Okay. Terrybot.
Bulbasaur is a potent sweeper in the LC game.
Damn it. James Colley.
6 out of 7 dwarves are not happy.
That's true.
For me, I guess I'm going to go, only apologize when you're wrong. Never apologize when you're right. If they make you do it, tell them to go fuck themselves.
Unless you want to keep your job.
Oh,
yes.
No, in your job, you don't apologize. You admit what you did, why what you did was wrong, and how you're not going to do it again.
After you plan on doing it again.
Dead serious. You can do that, and like I would honestly say, like 99.9 repeating sense of the places. You'll be like, they'll be like, okay.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Okay.
Y'all terrible. Y'all terrible. And with that, everybody, our shift is over. Good night.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Sweet dreams. Have fun.
Good night.
All right, time for the morning crew to get in here and take over.
We have a morning crew?